Yeah. Welcome to the open book, where truth don't hide, stories ride, and every chapter got that power. Turn the page, now you stepping in, where real ones talk and the fake pretend. From viral heat to deep convo, we write the truth, let the whole world know. This ain't just a channel, it's a movement. The open book, every story, every voice.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. I hope everyone is having a great day. Make sure you tap that like button. Let everyone know we are live, okay? Also, this live is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various people and topics, okay? Let's see who we have here so far. Good morning, my girl Latay is in the building. Thank you for joining, sis, and thank you for being first in the building. My other sis, Dreamy Girl, is in the building. Welcome, sis. Thank you for joining. Good morning, Karen. Welcome. Thank you for joining, sis. Hi, Nina. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Janet is in the building. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Mrs. X. Welcome. We have missed you. Thank you so much for joining today. Hi, Amy. Thank you for joining, sis. I appreciate everyone for tapping in this morning. I know y'all on your way to work, probably, just getting up. We're getting into an early morning conversation. I don't think I'm going to be on too long. Hey, Shawnee, yo, OB. Welcome. Thank you for joining. All right, y'all. So, we had a time on yesterday. Okay. Hey, T. Smith, good morning. We had a time on yesterday throughout the whole day. Okay. It was a lot of different updates and conversations surrounding the Romeca Meeks case. Now, and forgive me, y'all, the weather here in Texas, oh my gosh, it is dropping. Y'all, we have cold fronts coming tonight. So if y'all sound a little stuffy, oh my gosh, I apologize, but it is like crazy. Okay. It's supposed to drop tonight. We're getting a cold front, I think overnight into tomorrow. Now here, cold is like 50s and 40s. Okay. When we start hitting the 20s, we think we in Chicago somewhere. Okay. It's a whole thing here because we're not used to it. We're not used to it. But yeah, yes, it got very crazy, very interesting. A lot of the updates and things since we had our conversation on yesterday. Hi, Love Spice. Good morning. She said, I'm thinking about pushing my internet and going to get some pausing my internet and going to get some coffee. Okay, I'll probably do that when I get off. Hey, Sienna. She said, I wish I was dealing with Texas cold. I'm in the Midwest. Oh my goodness. Oh, and y'all, before we get into the conversation, also prayers up for Jamaica. Y'all know they have this hurricane that is on its way. And there's a couple from Jonesboro, Texas that went there for their honeymoon. And one of my friends, that's their cousins. And so they said they're going to just ride it out over there. But I'm just hoping that, it's not as strong as they think it's going to be. Okay. Open book, let me get my question. Look at Nina. Let me get my question out the way. What you think about the new witness? What new witness? Now, Nina, here you come adding stuff. Child, what new witness? Okay, so y'all, with the Romeca Meeks case, okay, believe it or not, November the 8th will be, and that's actually next Saturday, 2 months. Can y'all believe 2 months? Okay, no arrests have been made so far. And one of my supporters, Jasmine, y'all, she stands by this, okay? Because even under my video yesterday, she said Chicago, she lives in Chicago. She said Chicago does not rearrest. She was like, they don't rearrest. Once they let you go, it's hard for them to just arrest you again and so forth. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to hold out all hope, that we will definitely see justice for Romeca. Now, a great update that we heard yesterday, because one of my concerns was the witness statements on that police report were just not long. Okay. When you compare it to what they've stated on videos, it just was not, it wasn't lining up. Right. And so Keys did a video update, and he stated that, allegedly these witnesses have given their statements in front of the proper people. And so I guess what's been stated on video, I don't know whether it was a grand jury or at the actual police station, but they have actually given their statement. It's been recorded, is down, as in their statement actually is very key to this case, okay? Because clearly we have all kind of scrambling being done, narratives, irrelevant information, because the whole focus is about, in this particular case, okay, is about justice for Romeca, and was Holly in fear for her life, okay? Was there an imminent threat to her where she had to immediately take fire? Now it's like all kind of things happening or being said. Like, I mean, it's still that part is still not being focused on. Okay, it's everything around it. So what can we come up with? What's a little technique, strategy, loophole? See, what it is, in my opinion, hey Sunshine, good morning. In my opinion, it becomes like lawyers do. They try to find out what is a loophole, okay, that we can use to get this person off. Not necessarily what's the truth of the matter, but what's something that we can come up with. And we are noticing every day different things are trying to be put out there to, try to make Holly innocent. Okay. But hey, we still haven't proven her case. Okay. Everything is, I feel like Romeca, like I said yesterday, is going to be on the stand that she is the accused, but she is the deceased. She isn't the accused. So why are we trying to make her guilty? She's no longer here. So I'm not understanding a lot of the conversation. It can become very confusing. And, God is not the author of confusion. I do know that. Okay. I do know that. And so we want to stay focused on truth, fact. Of course, people say, take your emotions out, take your emotions out. Emotions are out. Don't use manipulation. Okay, because that's what we focus on, the truth and the facts. And the fact of the matter is, I have yet to see any proof, okay, of any of the text messages to get this restraining order, any of the videos. We keep hearing about text threads, okay, from Ladre. Text threads. Nobody has put any of that out. What proof do we have that Holly was truly in fear for her life? Now, there were things that, came out in the witness statement that we played on yesterday. Holly was antagonizing Romeca, running towards a car, allegedly hitting on the hood, trying to get her out of her car. You're not too much in fear. Romeca was trying to retreat, right? Right? She got that restraining order, right? That she was like, oh, I got to get out of here. Okay. She was trying to leave. Y'all didn't want her to leave. So I'm just trying to understand where we going with this. Okay. Where are we going with this? Oh, I didn't see that, Nina. I'm sorry. No, I didn't see that. I didn't know it was a new witness, Lord. Hi, Miss Foxy. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see a new witness. What was the new witness saying? Lord, let the new witness have. Did she witness her being in fear? That's all I want to know, because I'm still stuck there. Okay. Yes, God is not the author. And welcome, Miss T. God is not the author of confusions. Okay, emotions were never in. It's common sense. Hey, Creisha. Oh, no, wait. Who's coming? I'm saying Creisha's name, and I was about to say it, but that was Latte's coming. But good morning, Crease Conversation Lounge is in the building. Okay. I was reading your comment. Right. Okay, some stuff is just facts. Some stuff is common sense. So we just gotta like really stay focused, and receipts, not hearsay, show paperwork along with thank you. Nina, say it again. Okay. Because we're hearing a lot of stuff and people acting like they proving something with what? Like, show the receipts, y'all. Did the new witness have a video of Holly being scared in fear for her life? Okay, because I'm still waiting there. Even when she said, I just dropped my baby off, are y'all serious? She was trying to leak. Okay, thank you, because that's a point that I was going to bring up. Okay, if that was stated where the witness could hear that part, obviously she was confused as to what are y'all talking about. Okay, because for one, we really still do not know why she pulled over. Okay, we know C-Man is usually in the street somewhere trying to stop somebody anyways. So his car out of place. Okay, we don't know if he was standing out in the street waving her down. Hey, come here right quick or something. They have a child together. Okay, she wasn't pulling over. Obviously, with the accounts that we're hearing, Holly was supposed to be in her car. So did she even see her? See, these are things that you have to be able to prove. Okay, you have to be able to show why did she pull over before we can say she was willingly, trying to violate a restraining order and things of that sort. Why did she pull over? Why would they not let Romeca leave that day? Why? Those are questions that we're still waiting for answers. She was trying to get in her car. Okay, yeah, Shani. She didn't leave. Yeah, she didn't leave either. And we also heard from the witness, the Hispanic witness, that it was a couple of times that Romeca was trying to get into her car, and even she wasn't a threat because Carlos was allegedly holding her, restraining her. Okay, so she had plenty of time, y'all, to retreat and get into her vehicle and get out of there. Okay, plenty of time. Let's see. Lena said, okay, open book. She was saying she was there first, and the Mexican lady did not call the police. She was the one who called the police, and when she saw the gun, she left. And when she come back, oh, okay, that's the one. I think from Naya, the witness that was on transcript that they call the ghost witness. Is that the one you're referring to? That we never saw, never heard that witness voice. It was just on a piece of paper, and I think someone said it sounded like some Chat GPT stuff. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. I don't know. I really, until I can hear a voice or know what was going on, like I didn't really, I don't know about that witness, to be honest. I even when it came out a month ago, it was a lot of like little holes that I picked up. Like you see some, you're leaving, then you're coming back, child. You done missed some stuff. Okay. You done missed a whole lot. So I don't even know if I really want to take your word. If you were there, then you left, then you don't know who called 911. Are you a 911 operator? Are you able to get access to the 911 records to discount what that lady is saying? So it was so many holes in that lady's testimony until I just didn't believe it. Okay. Hi, Miss Lady, welcome. And she left and came back. Yes. How are you a witness to something and you left and came right back? Okay, what happened in between the time that you left? You have missed some key things that took place, okay, during that time. Now, there was a photo where I believe when Key showed it was a black car on the side of Carlos's car. And I said, well, is that the person? Because, baby, she said when the gun was pulled out, she drove off. Okay. It was too early in the morning for all that. I say it was planned. Girl, yes, people trying to wake up Ain't nobody trying to fight right when they wake up and taking their kids to school. Girl, that sounded crazy. Yes, that witness, yes, that witness had been, it's not a new witness. The witness was already out probably a month ago. Yeah. Shout out to Creed's Conversation Lounge for the super chat and for being a sponsor for today's live. She said the new witness says, she said a gun was pulled. Oh, she saw a gun, yeah, and pulled off. That witness ain't new though. It's old news that was retracted by Naja because she said she can't really prove the witness was there. Okay. So she really couldn't even prove that the witness was there. And that witness is not new, y'all. Just to verify that, that came out, I believe, like 3 weeks to a month ago, okay, from Nigel Hall. She was reading it based off of a statement. And like I said, I don't even know where that witness came from. If she tried to locate the witness or if the witness contacted her. I didn't get too into that as far as how she found this person. But it just, I don't know, like, oh, I don't know. I just didn't really believe that when it came out because it was just a lot of holes up in that story. But that witness never made a police report, right? Ooh, okay, Clock and Tyrese with the T. So she really wouldn't be considered a witness. Why she coming on YouTube and not the police? Uh-oh. Okay, because what's gonna matter? The witnesses that are on the actual official reports, okay, or have testified in front of a grand jury or so forth. Now, I don't know. I can't, say the witness didn't go before a grand jury because we don't know that info. But as far as the police report, there were the witness number one, number two, and then witness number three that fit the description of Carlos, okay? And his was almost a book. The other two witnesses, they kept it to the point. I don't know what was said on that redacted police report, but it was a little short, compared to what was stated on the videos in the interview. Because they both were up to no good. Now they've been crowned as if they were trying to save the day. And I don't see how when we see video footage of him just standing there tapping her, and someone even put under my video yesterday, they were wondering, was he even applying pressure, or was he making sure, not to be graphic, that the process took place? If y'all get what I'm saying. And I said that would be sad, because that's your baby's mother, okay, your son's mother. That interview, it is. Oh, okay. Shout out to Mrs. X for the super sticker and for being a sponsor for today's live. Okay, you hadn't heard it, Nina? I'm surprised. And you've been in this story for a while. Yeah, that's the witness that ain't made no statement according to the police records. Right. Okay, girl, I didn't believe it. Some stuff I think they said was in common, but some stuff, like, my thing is this: if you're going to be a witness, stick with what you saw. With that particular witness, one red flag that I witnessed when listening to that is she was trying to, he or she, I don't know if it was a he or she, trying to discredit the other witness. You see what I'm saying? Like, to me, what was your motive in doing that? No, stick with what you saw. We didn't hear the Hispanic witness saying, oh, don't believe nobody else. I was the only one that did that and stuff like that. That sends up a red flag that you're purposely trying to be contrary to what was already put out. Okay, so that sends up a red flag, like, child, what's your motive? Okay, because you don't know who called 911 and all of that. Okay, stick with what you saw. And for you to leave and come back, I don't even know if you're just credible because you missed a whole lot of stuff. That's what I'm saying. Why haven't she made a statement to the police? And what happened? They called her in. I think it's fake paperwork. I don't know how she got that witness. I still don't get that. Like, did you say maybe the gun is away? Now let me go back. Okay. Like, oh, child, is the shooting over? But let me go see what happened. Like, come on now. It just didn't sound right to me. But like I said, hey, for those that believe it, do your thing. Let's see. That's what I'm saying. Why is she coming to YouTube and then make a statement to the police? We don't know if she was supposed to be meeting him, not knowing she was meeting them. Thank you. Say that again. Okay. I'm telling you. It just, oh y'all. It just is mind boggling. Okay, the stuff that we're focusing on and not the real, like, what happened there, like trying to get to the bottom of why Romeca's life was taken. It's sad. Okay, hey, Tim Back Grand Rising, hey, Upper. To discount the witness that actually is on record calling the police and giving a statement, but believe the witness that left the scene with absolutely no proof that she was really there is weird. That's the part, because when it came out, I did not believe it. I'm gonna be honest, it just didn't seem real to me. And not even now. I ain't talking about, I didn't even see what y'all talking about from yesterday, but I'm talking about from when Nigel was reading it. And I was like, Nigel, because she didn't even know for sure about this person. Anyone could have contacted her, okay, and said, hey, let me give a statement, because they knew that the other witness had already made a statement to try to kind of, discredit that witness. Anyone could do that. Anyone could call up. She didn't verify that. She doesn't know probably who that person is, unless, she keeping that a secret. But I don't know. Hey, Nicole, welcome. Thank you for joining. That's just my opinion. I just saw, in my opinion, okay, that there was some loopholes in her story, and then it just was a red flag that you come on talking about another witness. No, talk about what you saw, not necessarily trying to say, oh, that girl lying. She didn't call 911. I did. Well, how do you know she didn't call 911? Yeah, it's crazy work. That amount of ignorance I'm seeing surrounding this case is bizarre. Child, I'm just saying. Let me see. Now the gun was on top of the car, and then some saying it was in the floorboard where the child was. Yeah, that was another thing. Now it could have been different moments in time that maybe she could have seen it on top of the car. Leave it up to Ladre. He was saying it was on her. It was in her, tucked in her stretch pants. Which, if you look at the type of pants she had on, that would have slipped through there. Okay, it would not have even stayed there. Then you had this witness saying, "Oh, it was on top of the vehicle." Well, what time was that? When you came back? When was it? Was it after you left? Before you left? Or when you came back? At what point did you see it on top of the car? Because maybe, hey, when you came back, maybe it was on top of the car by then, after it was over. Then when the other witnesses started coming, maybe she took it off the top of the car and went and put it on the floorboard, like it's stated on the police report. Okay? So it depends, especially when you leave, what part did you miss, though? Okay? So the other witness was there and saw that part. You didn't. So we cannot discredit another witness if they caught something that you did not catch. Okay, that statement made no sense. She saw so much but left and came back. Right. She missed a whole lot. Right, exactly. So then, y'all, as far as, this restraining order too, we were talking about it yesterday, that, the default judgment. Okay, some people had a problem with that. Well, my whole thing is, and especially, us taking a look at something that was supposedly put yesterday. Hold on one second, y'all. I don't know why this 8:30 alarm is on my phone and it goes off every day. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to remove that. But something that we're gonna get into this morning. Hey, Juanita Way, good morning, sis, is fake text messages. Okay, that topic came up last night, y'all. Okay, the more these people talk, the more they telling on themselves. I told y'all it wasn't far off that this stuff could happen. And so going back, and y'all make sure you vote in the poll. going back, remember I did a video and I said that Holly, on the restraining order, she wrote out all of these different things that took place for her to want to get this restraining order with these alleged messages from Romeca, pictures, voicemails, and things of that sort. So my thing was, in order to get that, and you wrote all of that on there, did she ever have to show proof of all of that? Okay. Now, being that, did they ever verify the authenticity of those messages? Because the reason I say that is there is this thing going around, and we know that Carlos, hey, has had a history, okay, with scamming. And one thing that made me have a red flag in my mind was the part where she said a message was sent from Romeca's son's phone. And those of you who were with me on that live, I said, wait a second, hold up. From Romeca's son's phone. And I started, this was before I even started thinking about the C-Man. I'm going to call him the C-Man. Could have possibly been playing, because who else would really kind of have access to that information and to his phone would be his parents, okay? Romeca and Carlos now are the C-Man. He has had a history with scamming people, okay? And when I was going through the process of showing y'all how fake text messages can be made, in order to scam people, you need to be knowledgeable in that. You have to know how to send text messages to people so they click on links, put in their information, and so forth. Okay. And I'm going to show y'all something that really is starting to really solidify this for me that took place last night. Okay. Now, I was like, in order to create a certain narrative or continue beef between people, a person could, and this is just, theory, set this up to send messages from certain people's phones to make it look a certain type of way. Okay. Now, this is why I say, with these text message threads and so forth that she has, was it really Romeca behind these messages? Okay. Had that been proven that was her, did she really send a picture of her private area to this girl who she really did not care for like that and was trying to impress? Okay, because wow. Hi, Baka. Welcome, Grand Rising. I'm going to repeat what I heard on a 911 emergency dispatch call recording September the 8th, approximately 9:35 a.m. A call will place from a man by the name of Jeremy, stating, did I miss the rest of your message? How do we know that fake witness is not somebody in Holly's family? Clock it. Okay. Let me see. Did I miss the rest of it? Yeah, that's his name. Okay. I'm just wondering how they go from the protection paperwork, went from being published in the newspaper to now Romeca was on a Zoom in court back in June. Child, I didn't even hear all of that. Okay, so that was that he was in an altercation. Oh, this is the other part with the female. She was threatening him. The location was 16th and Clark. I believe there's a grocery store, Minos. The man said he was driving a white Penske van. Okay, I don't know if that's having anything to do with this though. Okay. Right, because she was putting all the blame on Romeca. She suspect. Yeah, that statement had no rhyme or reason. Girl, I don't know why the alarm going off. And the female was driving the SUV. She had on a green jacket and a red shirt. Hey, Tanya, welcome. Okay, Abaka Sugar. I'm going to have to go back and look at that. But thank you for sharing that. Hi, Sherry. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. Wait. See, Anna. Okay. Now, wait a minute. Y'all know what Sienna talking about. Baby, Ladre was in the bushes one day we were looking at his two pictures that he had posted. Okay. Well, Carlos is standing to the side on these pictures and, or out front. And Ladre was in the same position. So we said, well, he's looking like Carlos is David Ruffin. And he, the rest of them like the Temptations. Child, he jumped up out. He jumped up out those bushes. He gets offended if you call him low, like if you say he is at a lower position than Carlos, he takes offense to that. Okay. He said that they're on the same level. All right. So I was like, I don't think it was that loud. I think it was one of the louds when we were looking at the restraining order and we were going through the different things stated on that restraining order. And I was like, now, wait a second. Why would she send that to, who else could possibly have a picture of her private area? Okay, y'all know how women, you got the man in your life. You're trying to be a little freaky. Okay, you start sending the little pictures. So who would have access to that? Okay, to send to her. Now, the calls too, because Ladre brings up text now messages. Hey, Daily Sizzler, Jazzy J is in the building. Thank you for joining, sis. He's always bringing up these text now. Okay, pay attention to the stuff that's being repeated. He's always bringing up text now messages. Oh, I can't prove that it was Romeca because it was through a text now message. Okay, so what you want us to do with that? If you can't prove that it was Romeca, how are we supposed to prove it? Okay, so then Holly, for the restraining order, were you able to prove, okay, that was Romeca? That those messages, those pictures, those voicemails came from Romeca? Yesterday on Royal D's panel, and Freddie said something that stood out to me. Someone was trying to come up on the panel and harass her, right? And they even tried it on Key's panel as well. One thing she said that stood out to me, she said, wow, if they're doing this to me and trying to harass me and get me all scared and riled up, what were they doing to Romeca? And I was like, wow, okay, because it was a lot. Okay, that was a lot of intimidation. Not to say that Romeca wouldn't go back and forth with them, but baby, if it was on that level, because people was giving their opinion and speaking up, and you're trying to intimidate people and do all of this, well, what were you doing behind the scenes in this case with her for it to get to this point? What led up to this? Okay, because see, that's the investigators' part. See, they need to not just look at the moment at hand. What took place leading up to this? The paper trail. Was there conversation the day before? Why did she pull over? I hope they're doing the footwork. Okay, because it's some other things that you got to look into that builds this case. It's just not a random incident. It was planned, in my opinion. Okay, and so now we're trying to figure out, okay, the self-defense claim obviously not working. So what else can we come up with? Okay, then they moved on to the child. Oh, she was trying to come after the child. Okay, well, it's funny you're saying that because on one set of paperwork where it shows, now this it was like a blank line. Okay, it said because she was pregnant when she had originally gotten that paperwork, the one that I saw. Now, I don't know the new paperwork, all of that. I don't know what that is. But the one that I saw where it has minors, it said list the minor's initials here. At that time, a minor had not been born. So there were no initials there. Okay. So I was like, well, okay, well, the baby wasn't even here. She was pregnant at that time in 2024. That's the only restraining order paperwork I've seen. Okay, so that's why I was like, well, it wouldn't even cover a child because there are no initials there and so forth. And so my thing is, I was trying to figure out, well, why are they adding the baby into the mix now? Where is all of this coming from? Where's this? Because that was never stated in the beginning. Even when she was out there, we heard the witnesses, bring up the baby. And she was like, yeah, that's my baby. We never, still to this day, have never seen the baby, heard the baby cry or anything, but the attention started being focused on, oh, she was trying to get at the baby. Okay. As opposed to her. So I'm trying to figure out, was the self-defense claim when everything was, related to the police, was it against her or was it against the baby? Which one was it? Because we were hearing multiple things at that point. They are doing too much with trying to clear certain things, but other things they are not worried about. Okay, clock it, Latae, because some stuff is irrelevant to the situation. They're not doing a good job at it. Hey, Honey Drip. Hey, sis. Hey, Derica. Good morning. Lakeisha McBride. Welcome, y'all. Everyone who's joining, I'm behind in the comments. But yes, let's see. He was upset. Yes, Honey Drip. Girl, we'll get to that. Okay. He was upset. I'm telling y'all, do not call him a temptation and do not call him goofy. But hey, you can call him a thief. Okay. Cheryl said I couldn't finish watching Keys Live last night because it was too much chaos going on. Okay, he said Holly's cat is pretty, which was what? So he saw it too? Oh my gosh. I wouldn't have admitted that. No, ma'am, you can't trust him to see your pics too, because when you break up, the world gets to see. Girl, everybody's seeing, okay? So you got to be careful. Yeah, that was really deep when she said that. If she's being harassed like that, imagine what was going on. Okay. Hey, Original Bay, good morning. Mind you, text now messages can be subpoenaed. So this would have been the first thing brought up. Okay. Because if y'all are saying that this is one reason why she was going after the baby, she had sent these text now messages, then that should have been one of the first things brought up. Okay. So were those text now messages the same type of messages used to get the restraining order? Now, either Holly wasn't aware that could be a possibility, or possibly she was aware. I don't know her skills with text now messages. Okay. I don't know. That's alleged. Were they real messages? Okay, so that also needs to be compared with cell phones. See, we're trying to help the investigators, okay? Because I'm hoping this is information they look into. People are out here playing games. So please make sure that the messages to even get the restraining order, because see, we got to go back to that. We can't just say go fast forward the restraining order, because see, that would be out of place, okay? If she legitimately didn't do those things, then what? What if she really had not been sending her those text messages? Or what if she really had not been calling her loved ones? Then what? Then what? Okay. So that needs to be authenticated as well, and make sure that that is, or those messages were legit. How would he know the exact calling app unless it's him? Because there are tons of who is this? Purple Paradox. Okay, clock it. Baby, how do you know? Okay, you have so much expertise with text now messages that you know it was from text now. Uh-oh, how did you know it was that one? Now, that's a very good point, because when I was looking up a video to show how these messages can be made, there are multiple apps that you can use. Okay, says she's not going to be scared no more. I was wondering why she said that. Okay, Nicole, think about it. Why would she say that? That's a very good point you brought up. What was making her scared before that? Now, that what she's referring to is a text message with Carlos's picture. Okay. And there's he's standing in front of this yellow, these yellow poles or whatever. And she's texting that to her family. And she's saying, I'm not going to be scared no more. What made her say that? And why was his picture there? Why would she be scared of her son's father? What was he doing to make her scared? I'm glad that you brought that up. That's a very good point. Okay. I don't watch my homegirls men and make comments like they fine or sexy. Okay. Oh my gosh. Tammy said if it got to trial, she's gonna have Lowe's come up and testify against her or with her. Because they're gonna eventually start turning on each other. Hi, Latte, welcome. That live was crazy last night. Just like I said yesterday, Romeca's life seemed like promotion and gain off her name, her family, and all. Yeah, I could see that, Latte. Hey, Royal D is in the building. Thank you for joining. I don't think nobody is thinking about that baby. No. She got on my nerve last night. I didn't see her. Maybe it's time for the FBI to come in since so much has happened to the crime scene. It was a lot of contamination. Oh yeah, this is another one. Thank you, SG. Yes, you got the spoof app. Okay, you have a lot of different apps, but he's so sure that it's text now. Okay, so let me pull up first. Last night, let me give you a little background for those of you who didn't know about this part. So Romeca's aunt was on Key's panel, and and then Ladre came up there, and she had stated that Carlos had allegedly called him a goofy, and so Keys brought up the text message, and it did say, it had Carlos's name at the top, and it did say, "Dude's a goofy." Okay, because he said if he found out Carlos called him a goofy, he was going to release some other information, right? So then I guess it was someone else up there on the panel, and then the David Brown guy came up and it went crazy. He started cussing and all this. So they, certain things I noticed bring them out. They don't want to be called gay, okay? They don't want to be called a temptation. They don't want to be called goofy. Little things like that. It seems to bring them out. I wonder why are they so sensitive about certain things that, I mean, hey, that's someone's opinion. That doesn't mean it's true. Okay, it's not what people call you, it's what you answer to that's giving certain things away. Now, just because I'm just stating, I ain't saying that, hey, I'm just saying I used to read a lot of Elin Harris books, and there was a character named Basil, okay, that was a ladies' man, had all the ladies around him. But he thought, hey, if he had sex with a man, that didn't make him gay. Okay, it just meant that he just loved having sex. So just because you married, that does not mean that all married men not out here can, do that if they want to have a little fun. Okay, so please stop, because there are a lot of married men that are on the down low. Not all, but a lot. There are a lot that are on the DL. And that's why, especially the Black community, they were saying you got to be careful, with that, because it does happen. So people, get so offended. So when she said that, it really rubbed him the wrong way, y'all. Oh my gosh, she was cussing, very disrespectful, in my opinion, to a lady, to be cussing her out like that. That was crazy. I just was like, whoa, not the cool, calm, and collected guy. Okay. I was like, wow. That party is using every rage bait possible. We went from a scorned ex-lover to child endangerment. What's next? She hates animals. Okay. Seems like seasoning being added on. Come on now. Hey, Becca, good morning. I hope you had a great birthday. She said, I wouldn't believe anything these people say because Romeca is not here to speak for herself. Justice for Romeca. Exactly. Okay. So let me pull this up. So after all of that transpired, Ladre posted this on his community wall. Okay, let me move this comment. All right. So he shared a post, okay, that was supposedly, like I said, at this point, everybody, okay, supposedly from Carlos. Now, what I find interesting, this post is no longer on Carlos's page. It's gone. Now, either he wrote it and deleted it, or this is fake. Pick one, okay? Pick one, because I don't see it there no more. Let me re-verify. It wasn't there before I went live. Okay? So let me go back over. Let me refresh. Because I was like, what a message. And they probably put it back. Let me see. Refresh. No, the last one I see, October 25th, that's when he put hashtag Lil Loso. Okay? On his page, Carlos C-Man's page. All right. So let me go back. Okay. So I don't know, y'all. Either the C-Man deleted it after he put it, or this is fake. Yeah, this is crazy. Okay. Now it says he tagged the aunt, okay, because the aunt was the one that said it on Key's panel, that, Carlos called him a goofy. So allegedly now Carlos is tagging the aunt, saying you edited messages saying I did not say. Text. Oh Lord, the grammar. Oh my God. Text. That's not cool. Then you sending it to bloggers to post. You need to relax, lady. Okay. Then, okay, let me see if I can make that bigger for y'all. I don't know if I can make it bigger. Okay. Then he sends something. I don't know. It says now playing. He must have put like a little video in the comments. And then allegedly, Leslie said, so you ain't call him a goofy? Then he responds and says, no, what's your point of editing messages saying I said something? Anyway, what's that apps though? And then he says, is that Canva app? Uh-oh. What you know about that Canva app? See, keep on talking. Keep on talking. Because I hadn't heard of a Canva app where you can edit messages. But see, they know all of the different apps that you can edit messages. Why are you so knowledgeable in this? Okay. He's telling all the, that's why I say, y'all, the more they talk, let them tell on themselves. Because now you're telling us that there's an app, a Canva app that you can use. Okay. It was there last night. He took it off, Miss T. He's trying to make sure Ladre don't think that he called him goofy. Because I want to know, because Ladre hasn't really posted anything to incriminate Holly or the C-Man. Okay. What does he have in his pocket that he's holding on to? He hasn't even put out, really, if you think about it, anything pertaining to the case. He's put out a lot of just videos about Romeca. He hasn't put out anything pertaining to the case, though. That's the thing. Okay? And everyone stick to the same story when you pick one. Come on now. What are we going with? Okay, so now she said that it was there last night. It's no longer there. Okay, but he is definitely knowledgeable in these fake text message threads. That's very important to know. Okay, because see, with me, and the reason I say that is I don't know how to make fake text messages. A lot of y'all put a one in the chat. Let me see how many of y'all out here scammers. Now, put a one in the chat if you are knowledgeable in how to make fake messages. Put a one. Let's see how many people actually know how to do this, because I don't. It's not something. Why would I need to know that? What am I trying to do? Okay. You know what, honey? Right. Lord, you too many names, girl. It is crazy. Let's see, because she didn't lie. He said it. He just didn't want Q to air now. He acting scared now. Exactly. That's what I was saying. Why would she have to make up that he calls you a goofy? She don't have to make that up. That lady got too much to think about in her life to say, oh, let me create a text thread that says that Carlos called Ladre a goofy. For one, it's goofy to even get upset about somebody calling you goofy. And you a whole man out here. Okay? Now that's goofy. I don't want him back in my chat, girl. He didn't at all. His voice was so different. Yes, when he was on live. Yes, exactly. He could be calling him. I want to still know how come. See, that was about to come out too. What happened with them? Okay, that was about to come out too last night, and I sure was listening because I'm like, that's inquiring minds want to know what really happened. You know, notice she didn't back down on what she said. It was him providing message apps for me. Okay, yes, girl. I don't like men that that's like this. This is why I don't like men on my panel. They are sending Q out here, and if she air him out, then Q is a loose cannon, and they wouldn't be able to control him. And Q said he would air them all out. Wow. Okay, my nephew uses Canva to create his cartoons for his YouTube channel. Yeah, I've used it too for videos and for thumbnails, but not fake messages. Okay, I haven't seen. Let's see, anybody? I haven't seen anybody in the chat saying they do it. I ain't doing no fake messages. I'm too grown for that childish era. Okay, Selena said only scammers do that, and that's Carla. Okay, so T. Smith does. Okay. Tyrese, because he's his spokesperson. That's why Carlos is not telling him to chill. Okay. Clock that. Q needs to be upset. Carlos called him a goofy the way he jumping on all these panels protecting him. Exactly. Sienna said, I got a baby daddy that I can argue with for real when I'm bored. No need for no need for fake text. Okay. Oh, that's right, Honey Drip. Yeah. Somebody, he was the thief in the group. He might have stole some of their money. He's stealing stuff from Macy's. He said that he stole something from Macy's for his baby mother, a girlfriend at the time. I was like, and then he said, well, it's not stealing. I just took it. Or at this other little store. I was like, well, if you took something without paying for it, that's still considered stealing. Okay. Not just scammers, but anyone who is an artist and can use photo editing apps or AI apps can edit text messages. Oh, okay. Right. The witnesses that's coming out now, I will not believe anything they say. Well, my thing is that witness is not new, Lena. That was one that had already came out. I don't go to anyone's channel who lets Q up or in their chat, period. Okay, got you. So T. Smith doesn't do it. She want to clarify. She said that she has the software. Ladre is placed to lie and to ruffle feathers. Nicole, okay. Somebody. Oh. Okay, hi, Miss Frodo's. She said gaslight. Definitely gaslight. Not him being a booster. Yes, from Macy's. Okay. And y'all know Christmas coming up, so they better hide all their merchandise. So I just found that quite interesting. That he, is putting out there these different apps that will edit text messages, and that's what they thought she did. So that's, a person's mind going straight to that. The normal person that does not do that, which is take it at face value, like, oh, those are real messages. You call me a goofy, da 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 da. But he's like, you edited. Oh, did you use this one? Like, you are knowledgeable in that, because y'all, I still feel that some of those messages were not real messages. That's just my opinion, though. Okay, hopefully they will investigate and find out if they were real messages. The ones that Ladre has and the ones that were used to get that restraining order. He's saying he was getting his wife a gift. That's why he stole that purse. Ladre is going to jail. He is going to jail. Did y'all hear him admit? Yeah, but he's already gone to jail for that. Mm-hmm. The dumbest thing I've heard, yeah, the purse was for him. Not the purse was for him. He's trying to say it was for, we have seen him in a picture with the purse, okay? So, hey, I don't know. I just know that, let me see, Honey Drip, yes, what fingernail polish and wearing a dress that's for auntie. Yes! Okay, I didn't know he wore a fingernail polish. I didn't even know that part. Hey, Terry, welcome. Hey, Tion. My thing is this: we just definitely have to keep the focus on the task at hand, and that is to get justice for Romeca. Romeca feared for her life. Okay, we talked about that yesterday. Romeca tried to retreat. Okay, she tried to leave and get out of there. Okay, we're going back to keep the focus on the main things. Okay, it was then as the witness, the person who was actually there, saw Holly going over to Romeca's car, hitting the hood, antagonizing her, and things of that sort. And then you want to run because your butt can't fight and go get your gun. Then you proceeded to unalive her, even as she was being held by her baby's father. Okay. She is no longer a threat. She couldn't get at you. She wasn't an immediate threat at that time. Okay. Also, if anything, it was negligent. And I'm trying to figure out this part of it too, y'all. I feel that it was very negligent to have a child, especially in the times that we are living in, okay, where we have school shootings all over the country. And for one, you are near a school with a whole weapon, loaded weapon, okay? You have children during that time walking to school. Evidence, we saw some of them in the video, okay? With backpacks on, going to school. You're making them late for school doing all of this, okay? Not only the children that were walking to school, you had an innocent baby allegedly in your car, your vehicle, because still haven't seen the baby, haven't heard the baby, okay? I'm saying allegedly. In your vehicle, you took no thought of the danger that you were placing those children in, okay, your own child in, and also people who were traveling on that road, that were going to work, that were going to their, wherever they were going, okay, to the gym, like C-Man was trying to do, going about their day. With your act of carelessness, it could have not only been Romeca that was unalive that day. It could have been other people, other children, your own baby that could have been unalive that day. And case in point, evidence, There was a live round in the gun. When you put that gun back into that vehicle, thank the Lord, it did not go off, because your own child could have been taken out of here. But we're not focusing on that. That needs to be a charge in itself, that you were very careless with a weapon around other people's children and then your own children and innocent bystanders. Not even considering that part. Okay? But we're talking about, little stuff that does not even matter. No, that matters. Those children's lives matter. Your child matters. And Romeca mattered. She was a whole daughter, a whole mother, sister, cousin, niece, all of it. And then for what? I'm still trying to understand what was the motive in it. Because of oh, she liked the picture. Oh, she sent me a picture of her coochie. Oh, she texted my friend Rebecca. Where's Rebecca? I don't even know where Rebecca is. Like, you couldn't block, you couldn't put in, where are the reports? Let's go there. Okay, if you felt so threatened through a text message, through a phone call, did you ever report it as cyberbullying? Was it a police report stated? Okay, is there evidence? That's all we're asking. Is there evidence of any of that? And like I said, maybe I haven't seen it. I'm not going to sit here and act like I've seen all the evidence. No, maybe I haven't. I'm just asking a question. Is it evidence out there of it? But we can't get so out of our minds over a man, over drama, until you disregard other lives out there. Okay? Your own child in the car. We don't even know if the child was wet, hungry. Okay, he just know his mama out here getting into a whole altercation, getting a whole weapon, going back and forth with the woman while he's in his car seat. You should have taken your baby and got out of danger if you felt so in fear for your life. Get in the vehicle, because I know if I'm with my child, guess what? My children, not just one, I got two. And I feel like we're in perceived danger. I am trying to find a way to get out of there and get them out of harm as fast as possible. Okay? And the quickest way would be to get in your car and drive up out of there. Okay? I'm pretty sure if you really wanted, you could have probably hit her with your car if she was this superhuman person. It did not have to be multiple shots to her. Like, we're missing a lot of the main thing. Like, come on, all this other stuff. Even if she does know about certain stuff, then what? Her life is still gone. That girl was still wrong for taking out that weapon. I'm just so, I'm so over it, y'all. Last night, it was to the point I was like thinking about some of this stuff, and I was like, Lord, what is happening? Like, it's crazy. Like, it's very demonic. It is spiritual warfare. Okay, it really is. Let me see what y'all saying. Hey, Terry. The family needs to stop talking to him because he cannot be trusted at all. We all see that. Yes, justice for Meeks. Yes, Miss Foxy said, I never seen someone so delusional over another person. You got one time to show me somebody called me a goofy. That's disrespectful where I'm from. That man was like, no. Carlos, girl, no. He loves me. Ciao, bye. And we saw how offended he got when people were saying, when they said David Brown was closer to him, he got in his feelings that day. Okay, very delusional. Hollering, that's my big brother. Woo, woo, woo. We not speaking. Wait. I mean, we is speaking. Yes, because he also said they weren't on good terms also. And he looked a little bothered when he first came up there. Clock that. Yes. Why are y'all not on talking terms or good terms right now? He seemed a little bothered. At first, when he wanted to come up there, like he was going to tell on him that time. Then when he found out he called him a goofy, he like, oh, shoots, I'm going to really have to reveal something. He has shown nothing. This dude has shown nothing. He's talked about video, still hasn't shown it. He's talked about text messages, still haven't shown them, because he knows we're going to see right through it. Okay? Nobody's crazy. Like, stop it. Hi, isn't she lovely? Welcome, sis. Hi, Latrice. Thank y'all for joining. That part, OB, what if she hit an innocent bystander or a driver? Okay? Once Q comes on the scene, everything gets turned upside down, and I just can't take it when it's all about Romeca first and foremost. Right. She should have made a video saying she would never, ever fight somebody. Okay? Never, ever fight. I'm too scared. Okay? I understand that one is open book, but what I'm saying is if anyone... Oh, I got you, Lena. Right. Okay, I understand. Thank you for clarifying. Even though y'all CCs or nobody have all the pieces, but it's a lot of people that have common sense, and it was senseless for Roro to be pew pew. Say it again, Karen. Right. All lives matter. Okay. We're the all lives matter people. Okay. Because those children's lives mattered. Her baby's life mattered. Her baby's, are we forgetting that? Her child's life mattered. Yeah. We forgetting all of that. Yes, it did. Doesn't it always? I don't understand why they keep letting him up on the panel. Ladre. Terry. Wait, Terry said Ladre. Terry put the last name. He put the last name too. Okay. She act like she didn't give a damn about her baby that day. It was said Shells was on the car. Tyrese, I'm telling you, it seems like she forgot about the baby. Okay. In all seriousness, her mind was not on her child. It's no way you would have put your child in danger. Even after, see, this is the thing. Even after the fact, okay, all of this going down, if you were so traumatized and so afraid, we would have seen you on video comforting your child, holding your baby. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. Because your baby had to witness a lot. Even though he's an infant, hearing arguing, gunshots, okay, that would have made your baby afraid. So why didn't we see you holding your child, comforting him, telling the police, hey, I'm the one, I did it because she was coming after me and my baby. I was so scared. We didn't see any of that. The main thing we saw, you on the phone talking about, I got a license to carry. I got a license to carry. That's it. No fear, no baby, no comforting. Okay, so she didn't think about that baby, in my opinion. Why did she never file harassment charges? Clock it. Did we have that in addition to the restraining order? If it was a whole laundry list, the list is longer than a CVS receipt of stuff that was happening. Like, was it ever reported? Or was it, oh, you know what? I'm going to go straight. I'm going to go straight to get this restraining order. Nope. I got to take care of her. Because hence, we sharing posts. Sometimes you got to start killing MFs. That's where your mind was. See, the stuff we share may not always pertain. But sometimes hey, we can agree with something, right? So that wasn't too long after the restraining order. That's where your mind was. How bad did she think Romeca was going to be her with her baby daddy there? She's going to jail. Right. Like, girl, just say you can't fight. Hey, Amanda, good morning. Welcome. Yeah, justice for Romeca. Romeca feared for her life. It was 2 versus 1. and one had a weapon. That's my whole motto. Okay, that's my whole baby. Romeca feared for her life. Okay, 2 versus 1, and one had a weapon. Now you tell me who was in fear. The one with the weapon that was a part of the 2, or the one that was trying to get away to safety. Okay. Yes, exactly, Tion. You got to be a slow rider to get the pew pew in the area, since people acting like the school was miles away. Okay, some people actually think they were in front of Carlos' house. Like, huh? Okay, and we also talked about that. I did a whole video, y'all, because this is the thing. Okay, neither part of that is incorrect. Everybody's right. Let's just go there. Okay, if you were to draw a diagonal line across from the school, across the crime scene to Carlos's house, guess what? It would probably be smack in the middle. You had the school on one side of the street, and then right there at the corner, across the street, down a little, okay, there was Carlos's place. Let me pull that video up, because, like, why are we acting like the school way off somewhere? It's across the street through the trees. Okay, yes, his place is not too far. If you draw a diagonal line, it is probably halfway to each of those places. So no one's wrong. Both people right. Okay, can we settle that? It was not directly in front of his place, though. Okay, so please stop saying that. It's not. Okay, let me pull this up.
Through 6.
And welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. And welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in. Hold on. Of this video. So, you all, I was taking a look at the Google Street View of where everything took place. And there were a couple of things that I wanted to point out, starting basically from where Romeca Meeks dropped her son off, and basically ending where her body was found and where the altercation took place. Okay, so here, as you notice, this is the front of the school. Okay, now notice there's no direct parking right here in the front of the school. I'm not sure if they just go through, the kids walk through the gate here. Let's see. Okay, it could be possibly a little gate where they just walk through right here when they drop them off. But this is going into the school. Now, unless they have a special spot where parents can go inside of the school parking lot, there isn't just a whole lot of parking right there in front of the school. Now, if these spots were taken right here, she could have just possibly dropped him off and he walked through the gate to get into the building, or perhaps she did find a parking spot and parked there and walked her child into the school. Okay, now going here, we would go down this street. Okay, imagine that we're driving. Okay, notice here, she would have gotten into this turning lane. Oops, it's harder to do it on here, y'all. Okay, so this is a turning lane. Now from here, she would have made a U-turn to get to the other side of this street. Okay, hold on, y'all. 1 second. My StreamYard. Let me refresh. Okay, y'all. Let me refresh. I had to refresh. Let me move the comment. Ooh, child, I'm getting behind. Okay. Let me reshare. Let me see. Da, 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 da. Hi, Robin. Welcome everyone coming in, Tay Bay. I'm trying not to get too far behind. That girl got a restraining order and a gun, waiting to use that as permission slip to shoot that girl. Cops need to consider the date of when she had gotten the gun and the date of when the gun was bought. She seems more into Carlos than the baby. Yes. Okay. Right. Never talked about being in fear. Okay. Hi, Slow Jamos. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, let me pull it back up and then I'll kind of come back to y'all's comments. I didn't want to get too far, but my system it started acting up. This is where everything where this white car is took place. Okay, notice it's also still in the school zone. We have other cars that are parked there as well. And there is a building directly behind it. And it looks as though those are a set of apartments there. Okay. But that is not where Carlos lived, allegedly. Okay. Because people were saying, oh, this is near Carlos, his apartment. You go down this street here. Allegedly, Carlos's apartment sits on top of this coffee shop. Okay. Now, with the witness, also, did y'all hear her say that she had went back to a coffee shop? Let's take a listen to what she said about the coffee shop, because this could have possibly been that coffee shop.
I'm sorry that you had to witness that. You know, this has traumatized you and you never gonna forget this moment. And I'm sorry that you had to bear witness, but you are strong and you have the strength. So God did not make no mistakes. So I want to know, how did you feel when you heard those shots?
I felt scared. I was literally screaming my head off. I was like, when I was witnessing it, I was close by the smoothie shop right there, and I ran back into the green line and I started telling everybody to stay in there because I didn't want anybody to get hurt. That they're shooting. She still has the gun while I'm on the phone with the cops, you know.
So, y'all, I wanted you to see from this Momentum coffee shop, possibly somewhere on this line. I can't see the name of the other place near their restaurant, but supposedly right by this coffee shop, that door, Carlos's friend stated that there's a way to get up to the apartments through that door. Okay. Now, look at the distance across the street is where it happened. Right here where these cars are located. Down this way. Right here at this corner. This is where they were. Okay, so I just wanted you all to see in relation to the coffee shop where it happened, right here in the vicinity of where this white car, black car, all of that is. Okay, not saying that those cars were there that day. And then I noticed here behind, if you notice the sidewalk area, this is where a lot of the people were. And back here, now, unless these white apartments have cameras, this is where everyone would have been. nowhere, no other cameras in sight, y'all. There are no street cameras, allegedly. Okay, they were all the shot spotters were not supposed to be there any longer, and I'll do another video talking about that. But this is where everyone was kind of standing out here, and this is where the ambulance and all of that was. Wow. So I wanted to just give you a closer view of, in relation to where the witness was, where Carlos's apartment was, and how far down the street the school was. And these are some other apartments here, but allegedly that's not where he stayed. Okay. And so Romeca was probably making her way back. I'm on the sidewalk down this street. Okay, let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments. Okay, so I did that video towards the beginning before we knew more, information. But I wanted to show y'all that it was close to both. It was close to the school and to where he lived. Okay, so arguing over, oh, it was direct. It's no point. Yeah, you're right. Okay, give him that. Yeah, it was close to his place, but it was also close to the school. Okay, so we can't say it wasn't by the school. It was by the school. Okay, across the street. Hey, Kimberly. Carlos's apartment is over businesses. His gray cap friend who said Roe was shot there and there was blood showed a video of Roe there going off on those. Yes, I did see that video, because if you look even in the video where she was saying, why you lying? Why you always lying? You said you were at home. He wasn't at home. Those are the same that's the same building. Okay. So yes, definitely. Bottom line, Holly needs to be charged. Mika had no weapon on her. Get in your car, lock doors, and call cops. Carlos big tail. Oh, big tall ad. Okay, could have stopped that. Yeah. Okay, you're not killing my child's mother. Ooh, thank you. Okay. No school lockdown. They usually offer counseling. Also, they probably did none of that. Right. And just because they didn't do it didn't mean that they weren't supposed to. Okay, I know y'all, and I've worked in schools. Okay, so please miss me. I know the procedures. When something happens within a certain number of miles of your school, now there are different types of lockdowns. Some are not full lockdowns, okay? Some are what we call soft lockdowns. With a soft lockdown, that is only if there's something in the area. Okay, we've had like incidents, cops trying to chase somebody within, a certain number of miles outside of the school. So they will put us on a soft lockdown until they get word that that person was captured or it's under control and so forth. Now, if there is a danger on the property, okay, we go into a full lockdown. Okay, so there are different types of lockdowns. Not all are the big ones. Okay, it's based off of maybe a school, just this campus, or maybe district wide. Okay, so it just depends. So that doesn't mean that they were on a full lockdown. They could have just been on a soft lockdown, or hey, y'all, there was a shooting. Make sure the kids stay inside. We've even had at one campus I worked at, there was some, like a homeless guy. He was out in the back by the school. They told us don't take the kids out for recess. Now, we didn't go into a full lockdown, but we were aware this is a stranger that's kind of a little suspect. We don't know what's going on. Don't take the kids out there till we got kind of see what's what and so forth. Okay. So yes, we don't know what they did that day, what the principal stated and so forth. But it could have been just a little precautionary. Don't let the kids out of their classrooms until lunch, or, just little stuff like that they'll usually just email the staff. Okay, that's within staff. So that just depends. It really depends. And that wasn't directly on the property. So it could have just been a soft lockdown, or just a, hey, teachers, this just happened in the area. They may have even informed once they knew it was Romeca, possibly, got her child's teacher, or her son's teacher informed, because they were going to have to handle that, and break that news, and his family was going to have to come and get him and so forth. So you have to prepare for that, get the counselor sometimes involved in most of those types of situations, because that's finding out a loved one has passed away, and definitely with his mom, that was his mother, so I'm pretty sure that they had to, have the hard conversation about what just transpired across the street. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he should have told her to put the gun away. Yeah. Remember they brought up about Los's car getting broke into, and there was no cameras right there. This is another reason why I think it may be premeditated. Oh, now Juanita Way, I didn't know about that part. So he would have known. Okay. That tells me if your car got broken into, they tell you, oh, we ain't got no cameras. Oh, so this spot, y'all, does not have cameras. I know for a fact because my car got broken into. I didn't know his car got broken into, allegedly. Okay, I didn't know about that part, and it was no cameras. Because I wondered, did he know for sure that there were no cameras in that location? Okay, Grand Rising Empress Awaken, thank you for joining. Right, whatever Roro and Los was arguing or discussing, Holly should have just not inserted herself, just dumb and reckless. Okay, I agree, Nicole. I'm just curious to why he wasn't holding or shielding his boo, the woman they say made him a better man. Why not? Why not be shoving her little tail in the car? Men usually try to calm their girlfriend down. Now, you brought up a good point, Miss Foxy. Okay, that's a good point, y'all. Let's just think about that. Okay, if Romeca was a fighter with no weapon, okay, and we're saying that she came there to fight, if y'all gonna go with that theory, because we don't know why she pulled over, okay? Why was it not, because him and Romeca have gotten into it, right? Why was it not, let me protect Holly, okay, this is a good point, and jump in front of her, get her into her car to safety while I fight off Romeca? Why was it not like that? Why are you holding Romeca while the other one goes and grabs a weapon? That's a very good point. A very good point. But that man does not love that woman. He uses that woman. Okay. He doesn't love Holly. Y'all, he is yet to even post her. She was posting the pictures. And even in those pictures and videos, it looks forced. Okay. Even on TikTok, the TikTok game, they are like, this looks forced. It looks like he doesn't even like her. Like different things like that. It just did not look real. Okay. But that's a very good point. That could have gone another way. If you were afraid that Romeca was going to harm Holly, grab her, protect her. You're her man. Why not grab her up? And I'm going to protect you from big bad Romeca and put you in your car. We're going to get to safety. That's a very good point. Okay. It did not have to go down the way that it did. Sounds to me like he should have been holding Holly, not Romeca. Exactly. Clock it. Hey, joy to the world. Welcome. That was a very good point. Carlos had time to tell Romeca Holly was going to get her gun. He should have let Ro go. Yep. Told Holly, oh, hell nah. You ain't, and went after her. Yes. Why not? How come it didn't go that way too? Okay. Why is it that you are having to struggle if Romeca is constantly getting out of your grasp, right? Trying to get away. Why did you have to keep going to get her if she was a threat to Holly? If she was trying to get into her car at first, and then Holly's tapping on her hood allegedly and antagonizing her. Okay? It didn't have to go down that way. It really didn't. Ain't no way in hell I can be a cop, because I would have told Holly, baby, be for real. That story ain't funny. Right. I could not be a cop or a CPS worker. Okay, because baby, I see through these parents that be lying to these CPS workers. I see through these stories when they're trying to manipulate, play innocent, all of that. Okay, with the F-list acting, child by it's not flying because you don't even look scared. Okay, come up with another one because he like 7 feet tall and lifts weights. Exactly, it could have gone another way. I truly believe Romeca stopped because she was confused as to why Carlos's car was stopped in the street. I don't think she seen Holly's car when she stopped. Right, because is there proof that she knew what Holly's car looked like? Because look at where she stopped. She stopped a little, it was to the side, but it was also a little to the back of her car. Okay, if you look at the angle of it. And Holly we already talked about this yesterday, had plenty of space to get a Chevy Cruze out of that spot. Okay, please stop it. Talking about ambush and blocking in. Stop. Okay, she had plenty of space to get out. This is the longest arrest process that I've ever seen in my entire life. Mine too. But at the same time, though, Joy, sometimes it can take a while. Like there was this couple in Houston and they abused their child, okay, to the point of death. Do you know that they just arrested them about 2 weeks ago? Now, it took place last year. They just arrested them this year. Okay, so sometimes it could take a year, like they're gathering evidence. See, they also wait on people because, see, when people get comfortable, like they are free, they're not in trouble anymore, people start getting careless. Have y'all noticed that before? They'll start getting careless. They may even do it again. Look at what happened in Kata Scott case. Okay, see, that man had already done it earlier this year. And then look what happened. His butt should have been under the jail. He had gotten out of jail, though. Now they're trying to get him for both incidents. Now, y'all should have done right the first time, and then Kata would have been alive. Okay? Some people will do it again. Something else comes out, and all they do is add to it. That's like with the IRS. Baby, you can go out here thinking you getting over. You can get millions of dollars, okay? 1 year, you like, oh, shoot, I'm rolling, baby. I done made my first million doing illegal activities, these big tax refunds. Hey, I'm a witness, baby. This lady used to do my taxes. Child, I didn't ask no questions. I just knew my refund was larger than what it I knew it was larger than what it should have been, and I was happy about it. Okay. Baby, this lady went from doing it out of her house, and she used to work for Nabisco. She was their accounting person. Now, I don't know why she quit or got fired, okay? But she knew the inside information on how to fix taxes. So she was getting people these big amounts, right? It went from her doing taxes inside of her home to then building up a whole company. She had multiple locations. Do you know they let this lady and her husband build such an empire? This was locally. This was in the Fort Worth area. Okay. They built up a whole empire. They took them down after 7 years. Because see, when they come for you, baby, they're not coming for some chump change. Okay. They had nice fancy cars and a nice mansion. And then they came for her. Okay, so baby, just because people thinking they getting away, it's been a couple of months almost. Okay, they're getting comfortable. We see Carlos talking about text apps and things like that. They're gonna start telling on each other. Him and Ladre, Ladre talking about they not on talking terms. Okay, trying to expose and show some stuff. Okay, let it keep going. Let them keep talking. It's going to eventually come out. Let them get comfortable thinking, oh, people forgetting about it. People not talking about it anymore. Let them get comfortable. People will eventually tell on themselves, and God will eventually expose it. My mom used to always say, what's done in the dark will come to the light. You are not getting away from God. You may can try to fool police, fool your supporters or whatever you have, but guess what? It's one that saw exactly what happened. Okay, so you're not getting away with that. There will definitely be justice for Romeca. Okay? You can't get away from him, boo. So do like I do, baby. Tell on yourself. The consequences may be a little less. When I do something wrong, baby, let me go on there and tell them. It might be a little easier for me. Go on and tell the officers what really happened. Go ahead and it may make it a little easier for you. You may get a little less time. But tell them what happened that day. What happened leading up to that day? Instead of him trying to restrain Holly, he's saying she's going to get her gun. That's crazy work. Right. I just seen on Keys Live, Romeca's car was way off into the rear. Exactly. The rear of Holly's car. If you can drive, you can get out. Yes. Or tell Carlos move his car from blocking. Thank you. If anybody was blocking, he was blocking both. Okay, go hop in your boyfriend's car. Get your baby and go hop in his car. Take your butt somewhere. Get out of Dodge. Okay, you're not worried about the right thing. Your child was in the car. You worried about a whole man that's not going to be there with you, don't care about you. And you worried about him and his baby's mother situation. Girl, that man does not care about you. He has moved on with life and has forgotten about you and hoping he doesn't get in trouble. This is the thing. He's hoping he doesn't get in trouble. He's not worried about her. Okay, he has people out here speaking up for him. He does not care about Holly. If she takes the fall to him, he's okay. He's good. Okay, he's like, okay, she took the fall. Okay, good. I'm good. Now let me give my son. Let me tell him what I want to tell him, not so he won't be mad at me and try to seek revenge on me later on in life. I gotta fix this. How can I fix it? Let me make it look like it was an accident. Okay, because I doubt if he tell him what really happened. That's why he wants to get him so bad. Let me go ahead and start my narrative of what I'm going to tell him that really happened to his mom. But are you? Right, they need to. I still can't understand why she left the sidewalk. Come on now. If that was your safety zone, you should have stood your safety zone tail over there on the sidewalk. Or hop in your car. I mean, I'm just still, I really do not understand how come she did not get into her car if she felt so scared. I'm not understanding that part. Can anyone show us proof that Holly was in fear for her life? Where's the proof of that? We're talking about everything else. Let's prove her innocence. Because clearly you're not doing a good job. Trying to make Romeca look a certain type of way, it's not working. Okay? It's not working. Where was she afraid? Where are the authenticated messages and proof that she had to get this little restraining order? Why did Romeca really pull over that day? How come Carlos did not hold Holly back and protect her? Thank you, Miss Foxy. We have questions. That was supposed to be his girlfriend, right? His boo thing. If you felt big bad Romeca was coming after her, how come he didn't shield his woman, the other mother of his other child? Because Romeca didn't have a weapon. There had been proof, evidence that Carlos fights women, restrains women. Guys try to guide women into cars, punching women in the eye, blaming it on buildings. I've never seen a building punch, y'all. I've never seen a building punch an eye. There is proof of that. So we know he got it in him. She would still be here, though, at least. Holly could have gotten in the car and drove out. If she had even hit, she would still be here. She could go, you could get a bone fixed if you hit me or something like that. She would still be here. She didn't do it too hard. You know, there were other ways. Her life did not have to be gone, though. I think Holly definitely inserted herself. She was not in fear, just very intentional about eliminating Romeca from their lives. Right, Boogie Bella? Like seriously, very intentional, strategic in what took place that day. He's going to be in trouble for lying to the police. Okay. Oh, are they still not together? We don't know. Okay. I don't see him claiming her. Romeca's car was blocked. There was a car in the other lane at first. Oh, yeah. If you really want to talk about it, talk about it. Why was Romeca blocked? How come Romeca was, she couldn't get out? Who was in the other black car? Y'all could have ambushed Romeca. Okay? Like, really, seriously. We watched this on Key's channel last night. I believe Rose auntie sent it to Key. She said, Carlos, oh, Empress, you being messy. Okay. He did put up a picture of a little video of this guy spotting. You know how like if someone is doing weights and you have someone spotting you standing behind you. He put up a video of this guy had his ding-a-ling all on Carlos's head. He didn't try to jump up like, hey, God, dude, wait. He just laid there in it. Okay. Now, see, you being messy. I wasn't going to bring that up. But yeah, okay, baby, he had his stuff out on him, on his head while he trying to lift weights. Because she didn't want to leave the scene and chance Romeca and Carlos come to some common ground and grab a coffee later. Uh-oh. Baby, okay. Mika's son will get older and he will see all the online about his mother's final day, right? Because you can't scrub it. You can't scrub the internet. I really hope this does not have him hating his sibling by Holly. Yeah, I hope not either. How come Carlos didn't use deadly force if he thought Romeca was going for his child as well? Only Holly used deadly force. Okay. If Holly was already there, laid in wait, she was trying to catch Los and Ro together, and she was itching to use that weapon, maybe on Los and Ro both. Right. Because my thing is, we don't know when she was shooting, when he was holding Ro. I've always wondered, how come he didn't get shot too? Was she aiming for him and missed? Okay. Okay. We don't know. Miss Foxy, like I said, she could fathom that she couldn't fathom that Romeca was still somehow first in his life. Right. She wanted to be the only one, and still today, he lost more about Meeks than Holly. Yes, that is so true, Creisha. I'm telling you, if you think about it, she's still number 2, and Romeca is not here. She's still not number 1. So how does that make her feel? You thought that by eliminating Romeca, you were going to move up to the number 1 spot. Sorry to tell you, it didn't work. Because we still don't know who you are. He's still not claiming you. So you're still not in that spot. It's so sad. Like, you'd have been used for what? You did it for what? Like, that's sad. I mean, to even feel that way about yourself and felt like you had to do something to eliminate another lady. That's sad. The way they are degrading her name, I think it's a lot we don't know. It may have nothing to do directly with Romeca. I don't know. Right. I was in and out of the live last night once I seen a boy on the panel. At this point, I don't want to do any more deep dives, investigations. It's just time for them both to be arrested and charged. I feel you. Okay, Joy, I'm telling you, like, just arrest them at this point. Let's get this ball rolling because this is crazy. Oh, my God. If it was really self-defense, she wouldn't have to do all this. She knows she wasn't justified. Okay? Thank you, Boogie Bella. That's a good point as well. Because let me say this. When you're secure in what you did and the real reason, really, you don't have to say nothing. You don't have to add to the truth. The truth stands all by itself. You don't have to come out and say a word. You don't have nobody out trying to make you look a certain type of way, speak up on your behalf, things like that, because you felt justified in what you did, right? So nobody has to convince anyone, right? Oh, okay. So that means just be quiet. Okay, you don't need nobody talking up your auntie. Baby, just be quiet. Because you felt justified that this was self-defense. Let the court, let the cops, do their thing. Because you were right, right? Oh, okay. That's all we saying. He stole a purse from Macy's. Yes. Number one spot equals number one suspect. Okay. We'd have been around the world and back with What Ifs and Maybes. Joy, you be having me laughing. Right. Okay, that's what it feels like. I'm going to get off Lataeus in 9 minutes. Okay. She trying to keep me on it. Thank you, girl. Because sometimes y'all get to run in my mouth and I'm like, woo. Okay, because imagine standing there and watching this man you was waiting on 4 hours. Okay. Holding the other woman back, even in an aggressive manner. She wanted to be restrained by him, and his big arm sounds crazy. You know what? I mean, you are on it, though. I never thought about it like that. I'm going to be honest. I never thought about it like that. Because even in that moment, he was holding her. Oh, my God. That's deep. Yeah, that's deep because it shows you're still, in a way, trying to protect her, but not trying to protect me from her. I never thought about it like that. I think they both know it wasn't self-defense, and therefore they went on a smear campaign to show that Romeca was an aggressor and terrible. The truth that day, she was not in life-threatening danger. Boogie Bella, clock it, and that's what I felt happened too. That's what I was saying yesterday. I think they feel like, okay, the self-defense thing not working. So now we got to show that she was this aggressive person. She loved to fight, cuss people out, do all of this. And that's why, like using that to justify why she would have been afraid. But you're still not showing any type of reason that you were fearful. We have no video footage of you shaking or, oh my gosh, she was coming after me. I just couldn't. We've seen better actors and actresses on movies that will at least pretend when the police get there. You didn't even try to pretend. Okay. I was like, well, girl, if you were in fear for your life, at least when the cops start looking at you, act scared. Okay. You haven't thought about it like that because you're not crazy. Right. Girl, you got to get into an obsessed mind. Girl, yes. I never thought about it. Wow. They better stick together, or he better at least make her think they're together, because now his freedom will be at risk with her as a loose cannon. Okay, because she knows some stuff. Okay. At this point, Big Bertha is waiting to become her best friend. To become a best friend for the rest of her life. Okay, she said I would have pretended I was happy. Girl, baby, shaking and everything. Okay, child, if I'm about to say self-defense, baby, I will be holding on to my baby, crying, breathing hard. Oh, Lord, I thought she was going to get you. You okay, baby? You okay? You okay? Child, you better use those acting skills that you were trying to get. We didn't see none of that. Now you could probably do it because we're giving you some ideas. But girl, I would have been holding on to my baby, crying, okay, all emotional, and let them know this lady was coming for me. Child, now you trying to fix it because you didn't do it. Okay. I'm licensed to carry. That's the only thing we heard from you, that you licensed to carry a gun. Wow. Yeah, child, you better fall out or something. Girl, what is going on? But y'all, that is all that I had on today. I want to give a shout out to Cree's Conversation Lounge, Mrs. X. Oh, and Miss Josephine. I had missed yours. Thank you, Miss Josephine, if you're still in the bushes, for being sponsors for today's live. She knew enough of the law to think she could legally kill her and walk away. She forgot to be in distress. Come on now, you better clock it. See, she forgot that. She forgot that part. She like, oh, okay, we got everything. We got our ducks in a row. Okay, I got my restraining order. Okay, check. I got my pow. Okay, check. Okay, we got the time. Okay, we know when she's gonna be here. Okay, check. Okay, you gonna hold her? Okay, check. Oh, cops come. Oh, shoes. Wait a minute. Wait, I didn't put the gun. Dog, it had one loud round. Oh, man, that's in the car. Oh, shoot. Oh, man, I forgot to ask Ski. Maybe she didn't act in distress. Unchecked. Okay, girl, this was not self-defense. Girl, you wasn't even in fear. No imminent harm coming your way, not a threat. You didn't feel like you were in imminent harm. There was no imminent threat. It was no immediate danger. You forgot to check those boxes. Okay. You better clock it. Okay, child, she left that part out. We done gave her that idea, but you can't go back in time. It's too late now. Okay. We already got the videos. We saw what was on your mind, child. You said, I got my game plan wrapped. Okay. I'm licensed to carry. Child, we didn't hear a fear, nothing. Okay. Do it again. Oh, my God. Now, once did she ask if Roro was okay? Was she breathing or anything? No concern. Exactly. Oh, okay, Latte, I sure will. Thank you, sis. And if you want to support the channel or become a sponsor for today's live, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat. My Cash App is scrolling on the screen. And my coffee link is actually also in the description field of this video. Okay. Thank you, Nina. I appreciate you joining today. She still hasn't said she didn't want to do it. She had no choice. She just been celebrating. Okay, come on now, clock it. And the baby didn't cry to give her the cute. Clock it. Come on now. See, we need to be in that courtroom. Child, y'all thinking, okay, baby, you supposed to cry to give me the cute. Golly, I done forgot to go and get the baby. Shoot. Now they gonna say my baby. She done forgot the baby, y'all. The baby was critical, though. That's the thing. Because if you're going to say she was going after my baby, girl, you should have had that baby. Holding him. Okay? Crying, everything. Because he probably was hungry. At that point, all that going on, he was tired. He was hungry. Poor baby. In danger. It was God covering that baby. Okay? Because his mama didn't care. She out here just in a whole Western. Okay? With one weapon. Romeca fearing for her life while she out here is 2 versus 1 and 1 with the weapon. Okay. And the poor baby, we got kids going to school, getting off the school buses, getting off the city bus, going to school. You got innocent bystanders, witnesses, people driving, going about their day, did not even realize that they were in harm of Miss Holly, who just had to just, take this gun out and just go to war with someone without a weapon. Premeditated. You got to be more careful. Okay, this is why you got to stay prayed up. You don't know when these people will flip out. Okay, you don't know when somebody on the side of the road getting into it and just think to let me get out the way and not go get their weapon. Okay, you got to stay prayed up in today's world. It's a lot going on. But I love you all. Thank you all so much for joining on today. Make sure y'all tap the like button. That is for free. Okay. And also watching those ads, that's for free. And sharing the video. All of that is for free. But if you want to support, those are the various ways. But I thank you all. And I pray that y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.
flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.